Here we are at Rockingham Speedway for race 3 of the Smithfield Cup Series. 26 cars are lined up in our field today, so they're ready to go racing 12 laps at this 2-mile track. So here's your starting lineup for the race. Qualifying on the pole is the 11 of Denny Hamlin. Starting next to him, Kevin Harvick. Starting third is the 7 of Regan Smith, and in fourth is the 22 of Joey Logano. Starting fifth is the 55 of Brian Vickers, and starting sixth is the 5 of Casey Kane. Starting seventh is Dale Earnhardt Jr., and starting eighth is Brad Keselowski. Starting ninth is Greg Biffle in the 16. Alongside him, Austin Dillon. Starting 11th is the 12 of Sam Hornish Jr., and starting 12th is the 51 of Justin Allgaier. Starting 13th is the 20 of Matt Kenseth, and starting 14th is the 34 of David Ragan. Starting 15th is the 41 of Kurt Busch, and starting 16th is the 99 of Carl Edwards. Starting 17th is the 48 of Jimmy Johnson, and starting 18th is Danica Patrick in the 10. Starting 19th is Ryan Newman in the 31. Starting 20th is the 77 of Dave Blaney. Starting 21st is Kyle Busch in the 18, and starting 22nd is the Ryan Truex in the 83. Starting 23rd is the 24 of Jeff Gordon, and starting 24th is the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Starting 25th is the 9 of Marcus Ambrose, and rounding out our field is the 78 of Martin Truex Jr. So we're going to do 10 laps, 12 laps at this 2-mile speedway. So let's expect a lot of contact. This is a very narrow track, so we are ready to go racing. Denny Hamlin leads us to the green at Rockingham. Down the backstretch, Regan Smith gets a good run, and he moves into second, and he's going to push Denny Hamlin to the high side, and Regan Smith is going to lead the first lap of this race. Denny Hamlin's going to get shuffled to the high side by Brian Vickers, and Regan Smith is going to get bumped into the wall by Dale Earnhardt Jr. Greg Biffle is in second, and Jr. is going to move up to the middle. Brian Vickers gives him a nice shove into the lead. And there's Greg Biffle on the bottom waiting for something to happen, but nothing does happen as Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Brian Vickers have the top 2 spots secured. Let's go on board with him. He's right on the back bumper of Dale Jr., and Greg Biffle's right there. So is Matt Kenseth. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is going to lead that lap, and Matt Kenseth makes a move for third. Brian Vickers is still locked onto the bumper of Dale Jr. As they head down the backstretch on lap 4, we got a crash. Denny Hamlin, it turns Danica Patrick into Ryan Newman, and caution is out. 31 is destroyed, as you can see Danica Patrick, Denny Hamlin, and Martin Truex Jr. are on pit road. And as they exit, we're going to restart on lap 6. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is going to lead us. Matt Kenseth's going to move into second, and Kurt Busch is in third on the bottom. Brian Vickers is on the high side. We're on board with Matt Kenseth as Jr. is pulling out to a sizable lead. Jr. leads that lap, and Kenseth's going to pull right up to the bumper of him, and Jimmy Johnson's going to move into third. Matt Kenseth's making a move, like a crossover move on Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Jimmy Johnson's going to follow him. Dale Earnhardt Jr. moves to third, and Matt Kenseth's going to lead lap 8. We got some green flag pit stops. That's Marcus Ambrose and Dave Blaney. Marcus Ambrose is off, and so is Dave Blaney. And Matt Kenseth's going to pit too. Let's go on board with him. Joey Logano's going to be entering pit road as well. A lot of people are going to be pitting here as Sam Hornish Jr. Oh no, we got a crash. Kyle Busch blows an engine and slaps the wall in turn 3. Caution is out. And we're going to restart with 3 laps to go. Jimmy Johnson is your leader, and he takes the high side. Brian Vickers is fighting him for the lead with help from Regan Smith. Joey Logano makes it 3 wide for second. With just 2 laps to go, is Joey Logano going to take the lead away from Brian Vickers? He does. He takes it through turns 1 and 2. Austin Dillon is right there. Let's see if he has anything for the leaders. Joey Logano is still leading, but they're side by side. Austin Dillon's looking for second. Final lap is about to happen. Brian Vickers is on the bottom now, and he's going to turn Joey Logano in the 22. Brian Vickers into the lead. Austin Dillon's right there. Let's see if he has anything for him. I don't think he has enough momentum. Brian Vickers is going to hold him off and win at Rockingham. Amazing race by Brian Vickers. I don't think Joey Logano's too happy about how he raced him, but that's just how racing goes sometimes, as Brian Vickers is going to celebrate his win. Alright, so here's the finishing results for today's race. Taking the win was Brian Vickers in the 55. Finishing second is Austin Dillon in the 3. Finishing third is Jimmy Johnson in the 48. Finishing fourth is the 9 of Marcus Ambrose. Coming in fifth is the 20 of Matt Kenseth. Coming in sixth is Carl Edwards in the 99. Finishing seventh was Greg Biffle in the 16. Finishing eighth was 78 of Martin Truex Jr. Finishing ninth is the 41 of Kurt Busch. Finishing 10th is Brad Keselowski in the 2. Finishing 11th is Denny Hamlin. Finishing 12th is 34 of David Reagan. Finishing 13th is the 4 of Kevin Harvick. Coming in 14th is the 24 of Jeff Gordon. 15th is the 7 of Regan Smith. Coming in 16th is the 5 of Casey Kane. Finishing 17th is the 10 of Danica Patrick. Finishing 18th is Dale Earnhardt Jr. Finishing 19th is Justin Allgaier in the 51. Coming in 20th is the 77 of Dave Blaney. Coming in 21st is the 17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Coming in 22nd is the 12 of Sam Hornish Jr. Coming in 23rd is the 83 of Brian Vickers. Not Brian Vickers, I'm sorry. Ryan Truex. Coming in 24th is the 22 of Joey Logano. Coming in 15th is the 18 of Kyle Busch. And finishing last is 31 of Ryan Newman. That concludes our race today. Hope you all enjoyed it. And tune in next race when we will take on the world's fastest half mile, where we will go 20 laps at Bristol. Goodbye.